lovelies, welcome back to another watch me work video. So this gorgeous set is what I'll be creating today. If you're interested, let's get started. So my client is back, and this has been about 3 weeks because I usually see my clients once a month, so they come back after 3 to 4 weeks for their infills. And I'm going to simply start off by removing the old design. On this glitter nail, I am going to be removing the entire glitter because I'm going to be changing it out. And I'm not going to touch my client's nail plate. This is why I always stress on laying down that base layer of clear acrylic when I'm doing my glitters, or even when I'm doing colored acrylics. I really believe that this thin clear layer does protect my client's natural nails. And as you guys can see, I got all that glitter off without even touching her nail bed, creating any rings of fire or anything like that. So after doing this, I am going to go in with my favorite manicure bit right now, and this is the Burl Bird one. No, I have not found the link as yet, guys. I'm sorry, but I am on it. One of the main reasons why I absolutely love this bit is because it's multifunction. So I use it to remove the cuticle that's on the nail plates, and I also use it to blend the old acrylic back into the natural nail. Now this is not harmful to my client's nails at all, and I'm also moving it in one direction. Even though it looks like I'm seesawing, is because the video has been sped up a little, and this actually helps to remove any little lifting that you guys see. So it's just one bit that does almost everything, and I absolutely love it. So after using that bit, I do go in with my fine sanding band and gently continue to blend the old acrylic into the natural nail without actually touching my client's nail plate. And if I do touch my client's nail plate, it's only at the end where I just pass the drill over it completely, just to make sure everything is nice and flush, so that we can clean and sanitize and dehydrate and all that good stuff. Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say, Here, I just want you guys to see how nice and seamless that blend is, and there is no rings of fire at all because my drill is on the lowest possible speed and my hands are moving in one direction, but always constantly moving. Do not leave your drill in one spot. You are going to hurt your client, and most likely they're not going to come back and sit in your chair because they'll always remember you as that one person that made them afraid of this electric nail drill. So be careful when you are using an e-file. Take your time. I practice on myself before I even started using it on my clients. I've been using my drill since 2014. Not this particular one, but I've been using electric files since 2014. And I did cut myself a few times, but I rather cut myself than to cut my clients. After I was finished filing, I did go ahead and remove all the dust, cleanse with my 99% alcohol, and then I went in with my first coat of primer, allowed it to completely dry. And you guys know I love my second coat of primer to be tacky while I'm laying down my acrylic. So this is what her nails look like after they've been very well prepped and primed. And now it's time for the fun part. It's my acrylic application. So as you guys can see, these nails don't need much. So I just went in with my cuticle bead for the most and blended it into the cuticle area, and then stroke that bead all the way towards the free edge to blend it back into the old acrylic, making sure my apex area is where I need it to be. However, this nail did need a little bit extra at the tip, and that's all that I did. It was just easy peasy today. So again, my second coat of primer, while it's still tacky, I'm going in with my cuticle bead, pat it from side to side to make sure that it's nice and flush to that cuticle area, and then continuously keep pulling it all the way to the free edge to make sure everything is nice and blended and we don't have any lines or ridges. And again, another bead to the free edge, and I only apply the free edge bead if it is that I think that my apex area needs it. So on this nail, I'm just going to lay down a nice thin layer of my clear acrylic because I am going to be encapsulating another glitter. Now we're here to
your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go, just let your body go, just let your body go and move to the rhythm.
I know I said I'm going to be encapsulating a glitter, and I am. I'm using these two shades of blue colored acrylic to marble into each other to create the background before actually applying that glitter. So I started off with the blue, the darker shade, and then the lighter shade, and I'm using my brush really wet. I'm not drying the liquid out of my brush because it's helping me to move the acrylic without piling it up too thick. And another thing is, this is really thin. It's just like I'm painting the colors onto the nail, but we're just using colored acrylic to do so. So I'm just going to randomly place the shades of blue wherever I feel like it, and when I'm happy with it, then I'm going to go ahead and apply that glitter. So here is the glitter mix that I'll be using today. I cannot remember where I got this from, but it came pre-mixed with clear acrylic already, and it is super gorgeous. The only thing for this set is that it had a little too much of those yellow stars, so I did go ahead and remove a few. After doing this, I went in with my most favorite clear iridescent acrylic glitter, and I just randomly touched in between, just made the glitter appealing to the eye. And after that, I still found like it was missing something, so I went in with some of my gold foil before encapsulating.
Now we won't go back home today.
Take a minute here and be honest. That gold just did it for this design. Like, it just brought it to life. Okay, so after I just randomly placed some chunks of gold, and when I was happy with it, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Tones Glass acrylic powder, and I'm going to encapsulate the entire nail.
The very last hour. We still got a few more days to slay. It's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it.
It's because I love you guys so much, and this was so pleasing to watch. I added the other nail that I did on her opposite hand.
Lose it all, lose it all. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go, just let your body go, just let your body go and move to the rhythm. I wonder what went wrong today. Why do I feel like I linger?
Now that my acrylic has set, it's time for me to file and reshape the nail. Now, I did not buff, and I'll explain why in a minute. So I didn't have much filing to do with this set, so I went around my cuticle area with my 3-way carbide drill bit from tudakusa.com. And yes, it is linked in the description box below, so check it out. And then I went over the entire nail with my 180 grit hand file, just using this to define the shape and sharpen my free edge. Now, the reason why I didn't buff is because this is not a brand new file. I do like to go over the nail of itself with a file that has been used already. Reason being, it doesn't give any harsh digs into my acrylic, especially when I don't have much filing to do. Why give myself extra filing? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. So I just use a used file. Don't worry, it has been sanitized. It does give those really fine scratches to help the gel polish to adhere properly to the acrylic. So now I'm going in with this gorgeous blue, and I am going to apply it really nice and thin, and I cap my free edge with the first thin layer, and then I cap it again with my final top coat layer. The reason being is that I don't like to lose the shape of my nail, because we spend so much time making sure that our shape is so nice and crisp, nice and sharp, and then with the layers of gel polish that we apply onto the acrylic, we tend to lose the shape. So the thinner your gel polish is, the better the shape will stay, and also less capping of the free edge works on. So here's what her nails look like so far. I did go ahead and polish one nail on each hand with my MadamGlam's Perfect White. And now I'm going in and applying my MadamGlam's Art Gel Polish. Now MadamGlam does have the Art Gel brush as well. I'm not sure if it's sold together or separately. And I did start off drawing my rose with this brush. However, for me it was picking up a little too much of that blue, so I switched out the brush for my Crystal Nails art brush. And if you guys are interested in this art gel, which I absolutely love, I am going to link it in the description box below along with my coupon code, so you guys can definitely check that out and save some money at the same time. And after I was happy with the blossoming of my rose, I just went ahead and cured that. Now on this nail, all I'm going to do is place some random pieces of my gold foil. Now I did apply my regular gel top coat and I did not cure it, so I am submerging the foil into the wet gel polish. And the reason why I use the regular one is that when I go in with my final layer of my no wipe gel top coat, it has that tacky layer to hold to. Also made sure that those foil pieces were laying nice and flat before curing it in my LED light. All that's left for me to do after I do that is apply my top coat and my cuticle oil, and here is a clip of the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Come on, give it a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button and turn your post notifications on if you have not as yet. As always, I'd love for you guys to keep safe, and I'll see you soon.